Since owning this pony, Casey, your riding has come on no end. You're riding with more confidence and you're riding with more determination. Now what we're going to do is make sure those reins don't get too long, make sure you keep the reins nice and short, and get confident at riding a nice short canter and going a little bit quicker. I know you keep saying that you're going a bit quicker, which I agree, but what you've got to make sure is when you're going a little bit faster around the course of fences, that you don't let those reins get long and the horse gets strung out. What I mean by strung out is his head and neck gets further and further away from you. So what you've got to do is you've got to keep a nice short bouncy canter so his head's on the bit and his back up in your lap, not that he's miles away from you. And once you've got that, you then take that same shape canter, but you take it a little bit quicker. So it's going forwards and it's covering ground. But overall, you're growing in confidence, the canter is good, and the stride selection is much better than what you used to have. Because if you remember thinking back, you used to let it get longer and then you'd end up taking off a mile away and scare you. Now you're getting a little bit more confident to keep the half halt on the approach, so you get nice and deep, which you can then jump around the fence. So overall, very well done. What we now need to achieve with this horse is more quality canter to and from the fence, and it has to be more round through its head and neck. If you notice, as you go around the corners, its head's very poked and the canter is on the forehand. What we're looking for is it to be on the bit in a nice consistent shape, that the horse is sitting on its hocks and staying level. As you jump from the planks to the spread to the upright, that was actually very good. The canter pace was consistent and it made a nice shape and it stayed level from A to B. So overall that was very good. But to improve this horse, what we need to do now is, like I said, is get the shape more through the head and neck, not that the horse is poking its nose so much, and that you can take a half halt around the corner, which then puts the horse on its hocks so it can jump around the fence. Not that when it gets to the takeoff stride, it's going very quick, and then when it lands, it's going even quicker. Because if you notice, the most weakest point of this horse is when it lands. When it lands from one fence, it goes quick, and then you either have to come back to trot to correct it, or it ends up going too fast, which ends up making a mistake. So we're looking for the descent from each fence to get better, because remember, the descent from one fence leads to the approach of another. Today's training session was the best training session I've seen of this horse. The canter was a lot more slower, the outline was a lot better, and the shape around the fence, it was actually jumping from A to B. Okay, there was moments where it wasn't so good, but the quality of the jump was a lot better. It wasn't just jumping at them and knocking them out of the way. What we need to do now is get it that you can canter over these poles, but as you're cantering over the poles, the horse is actually in an outline. Not that when you're cantering over the poles, his head is up in the sky and his ears are in your face. Because round a course of fences, to be able to get the maximum jump and to be able to get the maximum use of the stride, the horse has to sit on his hocks and come round with an outline. So I'd say on the flat work, the big exercise for this would be 20-meter circle with outline. Bring the 20-meter circle down into 10 meters, because the 10 meters will then get the horse to sit on his hocks and bend round your inside leg. Then take it back out onto 20 meters, get the canter established on 20 meters, then bring it back down to 10 meters. Or you can be working large around the arena and have 10-meter circles in each corner. Remember, we're looking for quality work, not loads of work where the horse gets tired. So we're looking for quality work. Overall, huge improvement. Let's keep moving in the same direction.